My name is Amelia, and at 35 years old, I've developed an unusual, if not peculiar, reputation. You see, I am known to many as the hiccup lady. It's a nickname that came about because of my remarkably frequent bouts of hiccups. While most people experience them every now and then, I'm privy to their company at least 3 to 4 times a week, sometimes more. The doctors, the specialists, the countless home remedies, none of them seem to have a clue as to why these hiccups occur so persistently. As such, I've come to terms with this peculiarity as a distinctive aspect of my life. For those of you unfamiliar with hiccups, allow me to describe the sensation. My episodes begin with a strange feeling deep within my diaphragm. It's similar to the sensation you get when you are surprised or shocked, like an unexpected startle that tickles you from the inside. Immediately following this feeling is a spasm-like contraction. A gulp of air rushes into my lungs, only to be abruptly halted by the swift closure of my vocal cords. The result? A high-pitched hic that echoes from my throat and into the world. The typical length of my hiccup bouts varies, but they usually last from a few minutes to about an hour. They've been such a constant presence in my life that I've become adept at carrying on with my everyday tasks, unperturbed, as the hiccups play their rhythmic tune. Of all the hiccup moments that dot my past, one experience looms larger than the rest, marking itself as the most embarrassing hiccup episode I've ever had to endure. The incident unfolded about 6 years ago when I was employed as a corporate lawyer in a prestigious firm. I was due to present a significant report to a room teeming with high-profile clients and senior partners from various companies. The morning of the presentation, I remember my stomach churning with anticipation, and a general sense of unease had begun to creep up on me. The moment finally arrived, and I found myself at the podium under the spotlight, the attention of the room focused on me. I opened my mouth to commence the presentation, only to be interrupted by that familiar, ticklish sensation in my diaphragm. Before I knew it, a hiccup had escaped me, reverberating across the silent room. Undeterred, I attempted to laugh it off and proceeded with my presentation. But the hiccups didn't seem to care about the urgency or importance of the situation. They continued, each one more persistent than the last, interrupting my speech and injecting an awkward rhythm to my sentences. The hiccups had taken center stage, leaving me, the speaker, as a mere supporting act. I felt the heat rising to my face, my cheeks flushing with embarrassment. The room, filled with professionals, held an amusing mix of expressions. Some held back their laughter, trying to maintain their decorum, others showed brows furrowed in confusion, and a few offered sympathetic smiles, acknowledging the comical predicament I found myself in. Despite the uninvited performance of my relentless hiccups, I managed to finish my presentation. The moment I concluded, the room erupted into applause. It was difficult to discern if it was out of appreciation for the content of my presentation or a polite response to the hiccup-filled spectacle they had just witnessed. That day, I became acutely aware of the unique challenge my condition presented. However, instead of allowing it to become a source of embarrassment or frustration, I decided to embrace it. I accepted my hiccups as an integral part of who I am, a unique trait that sets me apart. Ever since then, I've worn my hiccup lady badge with pride. We all have quirks, mine just happened to have a sound effect. If you are wondering, my longest hiccups last for 2 hours.